Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew this wide leg palazzo pants with a pocket at the side and also with elastic waistband. So this is the one I made for myself. I know it's so big, like guys, it's so big. So I'm going to teach you how to make yours smaller in case you don't want it to be too big. So if this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. Before we dive into today's tutorial, please go ahead and like this video. Trust me, you're going to enjoy the video. Comment on it, share it, and subscribe to my channel in case you are yet to subscribe. So without talking too much, let us dive into today's tutorial. I'm going to be using this flower crepe to make this palazzo pants, and I have about 3 yards of crepe here. So you are going to be needing about 3 to 4 yards depending on how big you want the palazzo pants to be. Then you're also going to be needing elastic waistband for the waist part of the palazzo pants. So I've gone ahead to cut out the part I'm going to be using for the front first. We are going to be cutting out the front part of this palazzo pants before the back. Now, to know the amount of fabric you are going to be cutting out, go ahead and fold your fabric into 2. Then divide your hip measurement by 4, mark it like this. Then go ahead and add extra 8 to 9 inches to whatever you have marked. For me, I added extra 9 inches. Remember, this is on fold. Please take note of that. Then I'll go ahead and iron my fabric like this. Once I'm done ironing it, I will go ahead and mark a straight line across my fabric like this. This line I am marking is going to be the waistline. Okay, this is the waistline. So once I'm done marking it, the next thing I want to do is to take my vertical measurements. But before I do that, I'm going to measure the wideness of my elastic waistband. So the wideness of this elastic waistband is 1 inch. So I'm not going to advise you to use 1 inch. Buy the one of 1.5 inches or 2 inches, something that is wide. So I could not get that. This is the one I found in the market. That is why I just decided to buy it so that I can use it. Now I'm going to place my tape on the waistline, this line here. I'm going to minus 1.025 for the waistband. Okay, I don't want to make use of 1 inch. I just want to make use of 1.025. Then from there I will mark my hip point, which is 10.5 inches. Then I will come to this other side and mark my hip point. I will still take note of that 1.025 that I want to use for the waistband. So after marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Once I'm done marking the hip line, the next line I'm going to be marking is the crotch line. To do that, I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. I will still minus that 1.025. Now to get your crotch line, go ahead and divide your hip measurement by 4. Whatever you get, add extra 1.5 inches or 2 inches to for me. I added extra 2 inches to mine. 11.5 plus 2 is going to give me 30.5. I will just go ahead and mark it across my fabric and connect the points together. So I feel like the 2 inches I added was too much. I would have just add 1.5 inches instead. So this is the waistline, this is the hip line, and this is the crotch line. So the next line I'm going to be marking is the full length of the trouser. So I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. I will still minus the 1.025. So before I shift my fabric, I'll go ahead and pin it down. Then I will just go ahead and measure 45 inches. Now the length of the trouser is 43 inches. I will mark it, then I will add extra 2 inches for folding allowance, which now make it a total of 45. So go ahead and take the full length of your trouser and add whatever inch you want to add for the folding of the hem of the trouser. So I'll just go ahead and mark it across the fabric like this. Once I'm done, I will connect the points together. Once I'm done connecting the points together, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to start adding my horizontal measurements. Now the first measurement I'm going to be adding is the hip measurement. I'm going to divide my hip by 4, which is 11.5 inches. I will mark it. Once I'm done marking it, I will place my tape on the point I just marked. I will add extra 5 inches because this is a wide leg palazzo pant, so I will just add extra 5 inches. So at this point you can add whatever you want depending on how big you want it to be. I will place my tape on the hip line. I will measure the total measurement I have around the hip line here. So what I have here is 60.5 inches. I will place my tape on the waistline. I will mark that same 60.5 inches. Then I will place my tape on the crotch line. I will mark 60.5 inches. So I'm going to mark a straight line across like this. Now the reason why I am using this measurement on the waistline is because this is a palazzo pant and it's going to have elastic, so the waist is going to be big as the hip as well. Now what I'm going to be doing next now is to extend the crotch line. To get your crotch extension, you are going to divide your hip measurement by 4. Whatever you get, divide it by 4 again. After I was done dividing mine, what I got was 2.813. So I'm going to approximate this to 3 inches. Now I'm going to place my tape on the crotch line and mark that 3 inches. So once I'm done marking it, I will go ahead and use my French curve to connect a curved line from the hip line like this to the 3 inches extension I mark on the crotch line. So once I'm done connecting it, I will place my tape on the crotch line. I will measure the total measurement I have on this crotch line here. Then I will go ahead and mark that same measurement to the hem of the trouser. So I'll just go ahead and keep marking what I have there. Now, if you don't want the down part of your trouser to be too big, you can go ahead and minus 1 inch from the down, or 1.5 inches if you don't want it to be too buluku. You understand what I mean? So for me, mine was a little bit too big because I'm not a fan of big trousers anyway. So after I am done marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together. I just use the same measurement from the crotch line to the hem of the trouser. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. Then on the waistline, I will not cut through the exact line I marked there. I will add ½ inch for joining allowance. So after cutting it out, I'll go ahead and cut out the side like this. So my electric scissors is no longer sharp. Just went ahead to charge it, and I'm currently using my normal scissors. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out like this. Once I'm done cutting it, I'll go ahead and cut this side open. Remember, this part was closed. After I was done cutting it out, this is how it looked like. This is for the front. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the back. Now to cut out the back, I've gone ahead to cut out the piece of fabric I'm going to be using for the back. Now this particular one is wider than what I cut out for the front. Now to know what to cut out for the back, go ahead and divide your hip measurement by 4. Mark it. Once you're done marking it, you can go ahead and add extra 11 or 12 inches to whatever you have, okay? So I'll go ahead and place the front part on the back like this. I'm just going to make sure the side is equal. Then I'm going to leave about 3.5 inches to 4 inches around the top. Now I'm going to place my tape on the crotch line like this. I'm going to measure the crotch extension I added at the front, which was 3 inches. Now I'm going to place my tape where the front crotch extension stop. From there, I will mark extra 3 inches to the back. So whatever I use for the front, I'm just marking it at the back 3 inches. So I'll just go ahead and use my French curve to extend the line to the side like this. I hope you guys understand. So I will extend the line like this. Now from that 3 inches point I mark, I will come down by ½ inch on the crotch line. I'll come down by ½ inch like this. Now I'm going to place my tape on the waistline of the front. From there, I will mark 3 inches on the back part like this. The same thing I mark on the crotch line is what I'm marking here. I'll mark 3 inches to the hip line. Then I'll go ahead and use my French curve to connect a straight line like this. Once I'm done connecting the points together, I will go ahead and use my French curve to connect from the hip line to the ½ inch I marked downward on the back crotch extension. I will just go ahead and use free hand to connect it like this from there to the hip line to that straight line I mark like this. After I was done marking it, I will place my tape on the waistline of the front. I will extend it to the back part, okay, like this. After extending it, I'm going to place my tape on that 3 inches line I mark at the back. I will mark 3 inches upward. Now whatever you mark as your crotch extension, that is what you're going to be marking upward from the waistline, okay, like this, upward. So I'll go ahead and mark 3 inches. After marking it, I will extend the line upward like this. So after extending the line upward like this, I'll go ahead and mark a slant line from this point here to the side here. It's going to be a slant line. So I'll go ahead and use my French curve to connect from the front waistline. Okay, the side of the front and the side of the back is going to be the same. I will connect it to that 3 inches I mark, okay, at the back. After marking it, I'll go ahead and pin it down like this. So I'm going to drag this down a little. I'm going to come to the side of the back. I will mark 3 inches, okay? So if you want to reduce it, you can go ahead and reduce it if you want to. So this is just me marking 3 inches from this crotch line to the hem of the back. So after marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. I'm so sorry that the chalk was not really showing. I tried as much as possible to use pink, to use white, to use everything so that the chalk will be showing. Unfortunately, it was not showing. So it was not really showing the way I expected it to be. Not that it was not showing. So after what's done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'll cut at the waistline, I'll cut at the side like this. I will cut at the side like this again. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut at the down like this. So I'll try as much as possible to make another trouser tutorial and use a material that the chalk will be showing more. So I'll go ahead and remove the front like this and cut the side of the back open like this. After I was done cutting it, I'll go ahead and remove the pins, then remove the front part of the trouser. Now, the right side of the fabrics are both facing each other, as you can see. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew it from here to the down like this with 1/2 inch. I'm going to be doing the same thing for the front part. So I'll just go ahead and arrange the front material, making sure the right side of both fabrics are both facing each other. Then I will go ahead and sew it with 1/2 inch like this to this point. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. This is how it look like, and also NEPA have seized the light. If there's light, go ahead and iron. So this is how it look like. As you can see, I'm done sewing it. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the side pocket. To do that, I went ahead to fold this piece of fabric into two, then further go ahead and fold it into two, which is going to give me 4 pieces. So I'm going to mark a straight line across this fabric here like this. Just come down by at least 1 inch. From there, I'm going to mark 7 inches at the side like this part that is opened. So I'll mark 7 inches downward. So after marking it, I'm just going to turn it like this and place my hand on it as if maybe I want to put my hand inside the pocket. So after placing it, I'll go ahead and mark a curved part around my hand like this, my fingers. I'll just go ahead and connect it. So after connecting it, I'll just go ahead and highlight the line more so that it will be more visible. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. I did not cut through the exact line. I went ahead to add 1/2 inch for sewing allowance. So if you want your pocket to be deeper, you can extend it the way you want. After cutting it out, I will just go ahead and separate all the pieces here. What I have here is 4 pieces, so this is going to be enough for the trouser. Now I'm going to bring the back trouser like this. This is the back part of the trouser. I will place my tape on the side like this, on the waistline. I will come down by 1 inch. Now I'm going to bring one part of the pocket like this. I'm going to place the right side of the fabric facing the right side of the trouser. So I'll go ahead and pin it from that 1 inch downward. Make sure the right side are both facing each other. So I'll go ahead and pin it downward. After pinning it, I'll go ahead and sew it with 1/2 inch downward like this. Then I'll also go ahead and pin to the other side. I'll bring the other pocket and mark 1 inch downward from the waistline like this. Then I'll go ahead and pin the pocket on it, just like as I did for the other side, making sure that the right sides are both facing each other. So after pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine and sew it down with 1/2 inch as well. I will do the same thing for the other side. So I've gone ahead to sew it. This is how it looks like, as you can see. And I also did the same thing for the front part of the trouser. Now I'm going to open up the back trouser like this. So after opening it up, I'll go ahead and place the front one on it, right side facing each other. So after placing it, I'll go ahead and arrange the side and the pockets together like this. I will go ahead and pin from the waistline like this. I'll pin around the pocket. So if you place the front part of the trouser and the back parts together, it is not going to be equal. So just go ahead and arrange the sides. The reason is because the back is wider than the front. I hope you guys remember. Now I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew it with 1/2 inch downward. Then I will sew through this part to this point. Then I'll go ahead and sew it with 1/2 inch to the hem of the trouser. So I'm also going to pin this other side. I'll go ahead and arrange it. After arranging the back and the front together, I will take it to the sewing machine and also sew from the waistline like this. I'll go ahead and sew it with 1/2 inch. Okay, I will sew it with 1/2 inch, then sew through this pocket area, then sew it downward with 1/2 inch. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. As you can see, this is the pocket. I'll just strip my hand inside like this. So this is the pocket and this is the other side as well. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and arrange the pants like this. After arranging it, I'll go ahead and drag the upper part to meet the down part. Okay, so I'll make sure the middle where you sew on the front part and the middle where you sew at the back part, they are both meeting each other like this. Then go ahead and pin it. So guys, they just brought the light. So after pinning it at the middle, I'll go ahead and pin one side downward. Okay, from the middle, just go ahead and pin one side of the trouser downward. So after pinning it, I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and start sewing it from the middle here where I pin this point here. I will sew it with 1/2 inch to this end. Then I'll go ahead and arrange it and also pin this other side and sew it with 1/2 inch to the other side. So guys, I am done sewing it. This is how it look like. So go ahead and arrange it and iron it. Okay, so this is the pocket. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and measure the waistline and cut out the waistband for the waistline. Now to do that, I'm going to place my tape on the side of the trouser. You can just start from anywhere. So I'll go ahead and measure it around like this. So what I have here is 60 inches. Then I will still continue because the waist is wide. So I have 60 plus extra 10.5 inches, that is about 70.5 inches. Now I'm gonna have to cut out this waistband. So the length I have here is 70.5 inches plus extra 1 inch for joining allowance, because we are going to be joining the waistband together. Okay, plus extra 1 inch. So this is the 1 inch here. Now for the wideness, I went ahead to fold my fabric into two like this. After folding it, remember it was 1.025 inches and minus for the waistband. So I went ahead to mark that 1.025 inches. Then I added extra 1/2 inch for journey allowance. Okay, this is the 1/2 inch. And also this waistband has journey at the middle. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to fold my band into two. The right sides are both going to be facing each other. Then I'll go ahead and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So guys, I'm done stitching it. This is how it look like. Now I'm going to fold it into two, wrong side meeting each other. I will fold it into two like this. After folding it into two, I will take it to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down round. Okay, just go ahead and fold it into two and stitch it down. So guys, I'm done stitching it down. This is what I have, as you can see. So this is it, but I did not stitch down everywhere. I left about 1 inch around this part here. As you can see, it is open. This is where we are going to be inserting our elastic through, so don't stitch down everything. Now I'm going to bring my trouser like this. I'm going to pin this part that is open on the back part like this, right side facing each other like this. So I'm going to pin it at the middle. Then I'll just go ahead and pin it around the waist of the trouser. So once I'm done pinning it round, I will take it to the sewing machine and sew it with 1/2 inch round. So guys, I'm done sewing it, but I did not sew everywhere. You see this part that I have, where the opening is, I also left it. I did not sew it. Okay, you can see that I did not sew this part. So what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and cut out the elastic for the waistband. Now this elastic is stretching, as you can see. Now my waist measurement is 35 inches. So I will go ahead and minus 6 inches away from that 35 inches, which is going to give me a total of 29. So that is what I'm going to be cutting out. After cutting it, I will just bring my trouser like this. So I'm going to be using this is it elastic passer they call it, or what they call it, I don't know. I will just use it to pin my elastic. I will pass it through the hole I left here. I will pass it through inside. So if you don't have this type, you can use safety pin to pass your elastic on it. Okay, so as you are passing it through, you'll be arranging it so that the elastic will not fold inside or will not turn upside down. I hope you guys understand. So once I'm done passing it out like this is how it look like. So I will take this to the sewing machine. I will go ahead and first of all pin it down, then take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So guys, I'm done stitching it. I double stitch on it, okay, so that it will be so tight. So I'll cut out the excess like this. After cutting out the excess, I'll just go ahead and drag it inside. I'll just make sure I use my hand and push it inside for it to enter inside. Now that it has entered, this is how the waist look like. Now I'm going to take this to the same machine now and sew this part that I left open. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is how it look like. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and fold the hem of the trouser. To do that, I'll go ahead and fold in 1 inch like this. Remember, it was 2 inches I added for hemming allowance. After folding it with 1 inch, I will further go ahead and fold it with 1 inch again and sew it around on both legs. Hi guys, this is the outcome of the trouser. As you can see, it's so beautiful, but I'm not a fan of big pants. So I actually made this because somebody requested for the tutorial, so I just had to do it. This is going to fit those that are a little bit tiny, like people that are not too big, or people that has maybe flat tummy. You get it? So if you have flat tummy, maybe with big bumper, yeah, it's good to fit perfectly well. But for me, anyway, I'm good.